Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School here in DeWitt, New York. Sam Gelfand here, the voice of the Red Rams, as the Oswego Buccaneers come in to take on your Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams. It's great to be here, everybody, for our first game of boys soccer coverage this season. And what a good one it should be. However, the Oswego Buccaneers are playing on the back foot before we even begin. The last time that they scored against Jamesville-DeWitt was September 20th, 2016. These two teams have been playing since 2014, and the Buccaneers are 0-12 against the Red Rams. They are hoping to finally have a reversal of fortune tonight. But that's the beautiful thing about the beautiful game. Just about anything is possible as we are all set to be underway here in DeWitt. Thank you so very much for watching alongside of us live on JDTV. Looks like Oswego is set to get first touch. The Buccaneers a current record of 2-7 as the clock starts and we are underway. The Red Rams have a record of 5-3 right now. And it seems the Red Rams already somewhat on the back foot. So there's Jake Moan battling for it right now. Haven't had much of a chance to say anything since this is our first coverage of the year. But we said at the end of last season, Jake Moan has a bucket of potential as he's on the receiving end of a one-timer. Quick shot and snapped up by Norfleet, the goalie. Jake Moan had his first year of varsity action last season. Put up a couple of goals last year, but in these 8 games, he already has 6. And the Red Rams already back on the attack. Expect this to be a running theme. Moan attempted the cross and a big swing and a big whiff. And a big opportunity wasted for the Red Rams, but the Buccaneers are not going to have a chance to sigh and put out a sigh of relief quite yet. On the back foot now. That's Brackett sending it down to the opposite touchline. Sent in battling is Max McCall, one of the leaders of this team. Long shot and a long save by Norfleet. Norfleet with a .722 save percentage this season. 57 shots attempted, 22 goals allowed. That ball went off the face of Jake Moan, but hey, he's a trooper. Outside, thrown in by Brad Livesey of Oswego. Brackett missed, and now the Buccaneers attempt a little bit of fancy footwork sent down by Marcus Baker. And Sam Allen makes his first stop of the day. Allen with a save percentage comparatively of .757. The last time we saw him on JDTV, he made the most miraculous save you might ever see. Without a doubt, the play of the year for the Red Rams in the fall of 2020. With 2 minutes left to play and tied 1-1 going to overtime. Off the back foot, and Red Rams won't get a chance there. Now battling back. Quick trip playing physically is Ian McIntyre. No, excuse me, that is Aiden Scott. Should have known better. But against East Syracuse Manoa, tied up with 2 minutes left to play, Sam Allen went full horizontal against one of the best strikers in the entirety of Section 3. Now Brackett thought he had an opportunity, but Oswego will get back possession. plundering possession, if you will. We will hear a lot. They are Pirates.
So in a case like that, it's better instead of to lean, just to tilt back and forth. I would say only move it if you can't get a corner.
This game has been fast-paced already. A few shots on goal, and we're not even 4 minutes in. We're averaging about a shot on goal every minute. Sent downfield by Sweeney. And offside. Hometown faithful not too happy about that call. But looking on the replay, it clearly was offside. We do have a better vantage point up here.
So I might leave it like right there for now, and then if you really need to get the corners, that's when I would go. But that should get like to one letter on each side. Okay.
Red Rams awaiting a throw-in. And play is back in, a long one. Attempting to get it to the captain, but no dice, and it goes right back out of bounds. The Red Rams currently ranked number 5 in Section 3 Class A, according to Syracuse.com. Taking the spot from Whitesboro, though Whitesboro did defeat the Red Rams earlier in the season. And the ball will go back to Allen. The amazing thing about Sam Allen is that he's also just a junior. He even has another year to grow and improve on top of this. And a good shot, but a better save by Preston Norfleet. Red Rams clear to midfield. Sent forward by Clay Kennedy. Kennedy has it poked away. Battling towards the touchline, almost lost his footing. He is tenacious over there. Took about 3 defenders to finally stop him. But now it's Kyan Barbudo. Not for long. And we may have a cramp of some sort, or potentially an injury. Clock stops. Let's take a look at what happened. So a collision for Marcus Baker, the senior on Oswego. And if he's walking off, that is a tough loss for the Buccaneers, as he has 2 goals and 3 assists on the season and is their sole All-Salt City Athletic Conference pick remaining from 2020. Actually, I believe we can take a look at that. Indeed, he was All-SCAC first team in 2020. Frankie Wincheck, Kyle Familo, and Tyler May all graduated. This is a very fresh team, the Buccaneers. And we are back underway now. Allen, for some reason, decided to confuse all of us and swap out his jersey number right before the game. Swapping with the backup goalie, John Clinton. Just completely throwing off my roster. And really just making my day that much worse. But it's fine, it's fine. Throw in coming for JD. No, I'm not bitter. Me? Bitter? No. And the Red Rams are keeping the Buccaneers on the back foot. Quickly poked forward by Matt Sweeney, as well as Kai Brutzart. And now in the corner. Quick sliding tackle, and no one's getting to that before it goes out. Of course, the name of the game for many of these teams, especially in high school, is your losses from the previous season. And the biggest one for the Red Rams, without a doubt, is Johnny Kibe, who is the Section 3 Co-Player of the Year in 2020. Amazing as a defender, too, he received the honors. Cross in. Poked upwards. Mike Meskos can't do anything about it. But Kibe, the best defender in Section 3, he's now off at Yale University, where he received a lacrosse scholarship, because guess what? As good as he is at soccer, he's one of the top 100 lacrosse prospects in the entire country. So a presence in captainship and defense sorely missed by the Red Rams, but nothing they are unable to compensate for. They have a plethora of senior leadership. Red Rams have 9 seniors on this team. Also have 5 different players who are in their 3rd year on varsity. So this is an experienced team, the Red Rams. Throw-in coming for Oswego. And the ball is poked away by Brad Livesley. Double team crosses through. Instead, we'll find Donovan Costanza. Costanza on the break. Into the corner. And out of play. Tripped up. Costanza battling, taken away by the Red Rams, but not for long, goes out.
So the most important thing I would say is stability. So you don't have, like, if it's cut off a little bit in the corner,
Just leave it.
yeah. As long as you can get, like, I'd say, all the letters in the end zone, and that's totally fine.
Okay.
They're kind of used to it at this point.
Alright.
Believe it or not, only 10 minutes have elapsed in this first half. It has been a breathless pace here in DeWitt to start off this game. Another long throw-in. And off to the races is Matt Sweeney. Sweeney pokes forward. It's Moan, taken away. Moan through heavy traffic. And Norfleet represents the roadblock. Red Rams back on the attack. Does not count. About as close as you'll get. 7/8 of the way there, but off the top of the crossbar, and another save by Norfleet. Let's take another look. Hadn't even finished showing the previous replay. That's off the top of the crossbar, does not go in, does not count as a goal. Absolute heartbreak, saved from going out of bounds by Ryan Brazel. Moan pushing up, just from casually looking from up in this booth, it looks like he had a growth spurt of like at least 4 inches in the offseason. Looks much taller than he did last year. Coming in is Brazel, and way too much mustard on it. Split the uprights, though. And we're going to need a new ball. Better send one of the JV kids to get that one. You know, why else keep him around? We all had to do it. Me more than most. I was a career JV player. And the goalie kick coming. Norfleet won't take it himself. They are allowed to do that at this level. Another trip up. It does seem that Josh Chun is fine. But you can see that it looks like Marcus Baker is still stretching on the sidelines. Hopefully he'll be back into this game. Goes out. Night is falling. As everyone's just kind of, oh, there we go. Problem was they hadn't gotten the other ball back from where Brazil had kicked it. Hence the delay. One of the more unusual ones you'll see. And back out of bounds again. That's the problem with playing at the touchline. Expect big things from Brazil. He has 4 goals and 2 assists on the season, and I will say the most aggressive player on the Red Rams, without a doubt. Last season, he not only was one of the leaders in goals for the Red Rams, but he also led the team in yellow cards. Just someone who likes to use his physicality, and, you know, soccer, not a lot of people remember, but it is technically a contact sport. And Brazil remembers that more than others. More than most, I would say. It's an admirable trait, but the problem with playing with fire is that you're bound to get burned eventually. Reminds me of last season, and yes, I will keep referencing last season since this is our first boys soccer broadcast of 2021. Last season, I believe one of the first games we did was against Baldwinsville. And if you want to know how aggressive that game was, as Allen makes the easy stop. You want to know how aggressive that game was? There was literally a clip. I have a friend who is a professional wrestler. And I sent a clip to him and said, hey, do you think you could do this? This might give you some ideas. True story. And speaking of Baldwinsville, we also just found out that on, I believe, October 15th, it's a Friday evening, we will have coverage of the boys volleyball game against Baldwinsville, which was previously scheduled for Saturday. That got moved to Friday, and now we can cover it. And that's about as close as it comes. Max McCall is kicking himself. Take a look at this header. Just to the left. Goalie kick coming for Oswego. Allen only has 2 saves on the day, compared to 4 for Oswego. This could be it. Indeed it is! Red Rams go up 1-0. Take another look. And it's number 7 of the season for Jake Moan. And it seems Norfleet is not happy about something. He's complaining to the referee. But his complaints are falling on deaf ears as we are back underway. And the Red Rams immediately try to get back on the attack. Let's look at that goal one more time. Try to see who got that assist. It's hard to tell. I think it was Aiden Scott. I'm gonna give it to Aiden Scott. And if we're wrong, then someone will complain after the game. But we're not the official statisticians, excuse me, so that's fine. So Jake Moan draws first blood for the Red Rams, and now we're about to get a free kick right at midfield. And it immediately results in absolutely nothing. Norfleet with a goalie kick. Intercepted by Mario Strife. if you want a window into the mindset of the Red Rams, you take a look at the roster. A good 2/3 of the players listed are midfielders. You have to imagine that head coach Dan Law believes that this game is won and lost at midfield. And so expect heavy emphasis on coverage there from the Red Rams. But, you know, we've had several coaches at JD talk with, in various sports actually, soccer, basketball, etc., about how many of these sports are becoming positionless games, is the way that it was put to me, how the position listed on your roster does not matter as much as whoever can produce numbers is the most important thing at the end of the day. And by the way, if you agree, disagree, etc., don't forget we do have a comment section here on JDTV, which we have up, and we can take a look at whatever you're saying, and if we like what you're saying, we might even read it out on the air. For instance, former JD player Tom Allport in the comment section right now saying that Jake Moan is better than just about everyone you've heard of. So feel free to let us know what you're thinking in the comments. And if you're the Oswego Buccaneers, you have to be thinking that it is not going to be smooth sailing from here on out. Cross coming in, intercepted by Norfleet before any damage can be done. Aiden Scott pushes up to Gaffney on the touchline, and it's out. So it seems it's Austin Szymborski taking these goalie kicks. Szymborski, just a freshman, though he is in his second year of varsity experience. He's taken so much sweet time that the student section, trying to unnerve him, have had to take several breaths. And their lungs thank him. Red Rams get it back. That's Matt Sweeney with the through ball, but off the foot and out of play, so it's a Red Rams possession. As we've just had a switch in camera operators. And the Red Rams playing on the opposite touchline, but keeping it alive.
If the zoom is uncomfortable, you can, the front ring is also zoom. It's slower.
Free kick incoming. Pinballs around a couple of heads. And the Red Rams threatening to strike yet again. It's Natumba Mwepo, first time we've seen him today. Pushing up into the corner, hoping for a cross. Overloads the plate with potato salad, and that is well out of play.
Try to keep it in the center of the frame, and that includes height as well, because don't forget we've got graphics at the bottom, so if it's on the bottom, it might get cut off. I appreciate it, I just don't have time to say thank you.
Another goalie kick incoming. It's on the bottom of your screen currently and sent back out by the Red Rams.
So use your second hand for this and just try to track the ball. So keep it in the center of the screen no matter what, no matter how zoomed in you are.
Sweeney sends it to the other side of the pitch. And Oswego is fighting for possession, but I promise you, if we had a stopwatch, it would be heavily weighted in favor of the Red Rams. However, the Buccaneers might have a chance here, trying to string something together on the touchline. Clay Kennedy has it taken away pretty much immediately. And that's been the name of the game for the Bucs so far. Sent in by Vickery and back out by the Red Rams. Sent forward by Gaffney and out. We are more than halfway through the first half, and what an electric first half it's been. Oswego just trying to keep it away from Mike Meskos. Sent through and interdicted by Moepo. Moepo to Barbuto. Over the line, throw incoming. And out. Might as well get the first plug in early. Don't forget to join us back here on Saturday as we have a special presentation of the Coaches versus Cancer game. We are taking on Rome Free Academy. The Black Knights coming in all the way about 45 minutes from here, out of conference opponents. So that'll be an exciting one. They have an excellent program, and I don't know about you, but every time we play a team that we normally don't, it's like exciting to me. It's kind of like if you're playing Mortal Kombat in the arcade and you unlock Reptile. Like, you don't know how you do it, it just kind of happens, and you're like, whoa, this is rare. Of course, I might be the only person watching that's old enough to remember playing Mortal Kombat in an arcade, but that's okay. Wonder if anyone else has even been in an arcade, to be honest. Every once in a while you get these reminders that you're growing old. I think the scariest for me, as the Red Rams pushing up, that goes out, was when I was in a class returning back to college. This is 2018 or so, and I was in a lecture hall with a bunch of freshmen, and one of them did not know what a VHS tape was. And in that moment, I felt like I aged a good decade or so. I'm only 24. A little bit of start-stop action from the referees, and here we go, the throw-in for Oswego. And wouldn't you know it, the Red Rams get it back right away. Though they can't hold on to it for very long. Oswego pushes past midfield, which at this point in the game is kind of a victory for them. They've been playing on the back foot. Allen will snag it.
I mean, technically, maybe? I don't know. Why not? Yeah, let's be generous.
And the Red Rams can be comfortable and take a little bit of time. After all, they do have the 1-0 lead. And of course, the Red Rams would love some more insurance, but they still have an entire half and just a little bit more than that left. Still in play in the corner. Cross sent in. Saved by Norfleet. That is save number 5 for Norfleet today. He has not had himself a bad day in the goal. Having to take over for Kyle Familo, who graduated. Now the Red Rams hoping to make something happen, weaving through the defenders at the corner of the box and repelled by the Buccaneers. Sweeney's kick goes off a shin and a whistle is blown. Perhaps a free kick incoming indeed. And it's Sam Bobrick who will take it as we have another camera operator switch. Bobrick sends it in. He has enough kicking power to score himself. Empty net. Can anyone get to it in time? And danger is averted. Aiden Scott battling in the corner goes out. Nope, still in. I can't see the corner either, folks. Good cross sent in. And sent back out by the Buccaneers. Their defensive line has been very competent tonight. They've not had much in the way of offense, but in defense they have been sparkling. As they attempt to avert danger yet again, throw in for the Red Rams. Haven't heard much from Bobrick tonight, who did have that free kick. 4 goals on the season and tied for the lead on the team last season as well. Their top scoring forward, who for some reason on the rosters is listed as a defender. I don't make the typos, folks. I just report them. Mario Strife now trying to push up. And a desperation kick from Aiden Scott. It's good, 3 points. Got underneath it, hoping to make anything happen. Unfortunately, he made nothing happen. Goalie kick coming for Norfleet. Short one, sent off target. That's Max McCall. McCall actually played in the spring as a member of the football team, which we unfortunately don't have this fall. Because soccer and football, the football got pushed to spring in 2021, as you know, meant that soccer players around the league were freed up to join the football team. Happened a lot, and McCall did what many of them did, joined as a kicker and a punter. And I got to say, he's the best one that football team has had in years. He made some phenomenal punts in the spring. It's a funny thing. There is a soccer player to football punter pipeline. Seen it, for instance, on the New York Jets with Matthew Amendola. Brazil has it taken away. Scott. Sliding tackle averted. Brazil tries to get past 2, but it's not happening. And sent away by Kennedy. Eight and a half minutes remain in the first half. Halftime should be about 8 to 10 minutes. Referees sometimes like to give different lengths for some reason. And then, of course, we will have all the second half action for you here as well. What a save! Preston Norfleet playing punch out. Inside of the net, take another look at it. Brazil with the chip, and Norfleet would not be denied. But a corner kick now coming for the Red Rams, and this could spell trouble with a capital T. But Norfleet had other plans. So 2 excellent saves in quick succession for Preston Norfleet, who was earning his keep as goalkeeper. Pushed up now to Barbuto. Over to Scott, the midfielder. Sent well forward. Breakaway possibility. Dribbles right to the right. A heartbreaker if you're a Red Ram supporter. Norfleet caught well out of position, but it's a game of inches. Less than 7 minutes left in the first half. And we thank each and every one of you for joining us here live on JDTV. Once again, Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Red Rams here. Quick referee conference.
No, I don't think so.
It says 5 minutes on this. What does that mean on the camera? I think that's battery.
Yes, it is. It's not plugged in. That's bizarre. Did it go away?
Nope.
Oh, you plugged it in the wrong thing.
Sorry about that.
No worries. Did it go away?
Just had to re-plug in the camera, and what did I miss? Believe there was another few shots on goal for the Red Rams that did not result in any scoring. And it really is a mark for the Buccaneers, a positive one, that they have held the Red Rams to just 1 goal so far. Red Rams have been voracious on offense. Don't forget that earlier in this season against Auburn, they went up 10-0 at the end of the game. Went, I believe, 6-1 against Corning Painted Post. This is an offense-minded team, as we have seen with their several shots on goal. How many exactly do we have? Almost 9 so far, compared to just 3 for 3 for Oswego. Moan racing for it into the corner. He's got speed. Gets around a defender. He can't make it happen all himself, and he is tripped up from behind. Hopefully he'll be okay. Let's take another look at it. Aggressive defending, but that is a clear shove to the back. They're going to put it at the spot.
As long as it's targeted towards.
Did you say a shot on goal?
Norfleet with a save! He has been a rock in the goal tonight. So the Red Rams go round the horn. 4 minutes left in the first half. Cross coming in. Norfleet intercepted. Preston Norfleet putting on an impressive performance in this first half. And Burns gives it up. Red Rams will get possession back, though. 3:15 remaining in the first half. Aiden Scott with a dangerous opportunity until Norfleet has a say in it. Norfleet's really only made one mistake tonight. He has 11 saves by our count already. That is just incredible. Say he keeps up this pace and through the second half, we're talking 22 saves. Sam Allen this entire season only has 28. At least heading into this game. By our count, he is up to 31 now. I say by our count because we're not official statisticians and we do our best, but what you see in the scorebooks after the game may look different from what we have. We are not the buck does not stop here. We are not the be-all, end-all is what I was trying to say. Throw in from Josh Aitken. Big shout out to the Aitken family, of course. Tyler, instrumental in the running of JDTV last season, now a freshman at Syracuse University. And pretty much his entire family helped out with one of these broadcasts at some point. I believe Josh was on camera a few times too. Brazil sent forward. Scott in the corner. "2-0 with a minute left. And Aiden Scott has a goal and an assist to his name tonight. From the corner, impeccable aim. Just brilliant. You know, I wish we had the tape because last season Scott put up an incredible goal against the Buccaneers as well. Seems to be a recurring theme that he just comes out swinging against the Bucs. In fact, why don't we take a look at how these two teams did last time they matched up. On October 20th, 2020, the Red Rams won 6-0. Max McCall had 2 goals, and Familo, the now graduated goalie for the Buccaneers, put up 12 saves. Which, just for perspective, once again, Norfleet has 11 already. 35 seconds left in the first half. And Scott looking for number 2, but scooped up by Norfleet. "15 seconds, and Norfleet looks content to walk it out. Perhaps not. Hoping someone would open up, but this goes out. 5 seconds. And this will mark the end of half number 1. The Red Rams put up 2 against the Oswego Buccaneers. Defense has not been their failing in this contest so far, but offense has been the Red Rams' strong suit, and they have been dominant on that side of the ball. Jake Moan with a goal, Aiden Scott with a goal and an assist. And we will see if anyone adds to those tallies in the second half. We'll be back in 9 minutes and 45 seconds with half number 2. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Red Rams here. Thank you so very much for watching JDTV. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Jamesville-DeWitt High School here in DeWitt, New York. Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Red Rams, as the Oswego Buccaneers currently down 2-0 against the Red Rams, who have been dominant in this contest so far. The score almost belies it, as the Red Rams have been on offense for almost the entire first half. First half, they put up 24 shots on goal, but more impressively, 12 saves from the goalie Preston Norfleet. Goals coming off of Jake Moan and Aiden Scott, respectively. And we always expect a big day out of them, but we do for the rest of today as well. And we are underway. Half number 2 has already kicked off here, and surprise, surprise, the Red Rams going at it. And just like that, Jake Moan with number 2 on the day. Speak of the devil, and there he is. Less than 15 seconds into the second half. You love to see it. 3-0. So now the Red Rams send it back to Allen. Allen, for the most part, has had a pretty comfortable day in the net. Hasn't had too many threats and mostly been kind of dribbling grounders. Matt Sweeney wasn't able to get to that in time. Popped up into the air by Connor Burns. Whiffed header. And a double noggin knocker, but both men still standing, sent out by Moepo. Now it's Brazell racing forward. Heavy coverage, nothing doing. Scott trying to speed up this offense, taken away before Aitken can get to it. Now it's Brazell. Tries to send it to Moan, but will not happen. Taken away from Burns. Hajari with the interception. You know, it's almost kind of weird to see Mo Hajari on the field, because throughout the entirety of last year, in all but soccer season, one of the biggest supporters of JDTV, shot on goal and a save by Norfleet. Up to 13 on today is Norfleet. Scary for TJ Brackett, but he is all right from the looks of it. Got tripped up on the ball, racing after it out of bounds. See one more time. You know, he rolled through, though, and he landed as you're supposed to, using the shoulder to absorb the impact, so thank goodness he's okay. Brackett in his first season on varsity. And just dribbles over the touchline. Oswego ball. Once again, don't forget that we're taking a look at the comment section here. And if you have anything you want to say, let us know. We'll read it out on the air, possibly, if we like it. We appreciate your patronage here on JDTV. Brackett pushes forward, taken away by the Bucks. Hajari to Brackett. Bracket forward Brazil can't get to it. Goalie kick incoming for the Buccaneers. It looks like Norfleet's going to take it himself this time. Headed forward by Aitken. Fancy footwork from McCall. McCall pushing up, sliding tackle. Red Ram ball. And more importantly, a corner. So the Red Rams threatening to score yet again with 5 minutes almost elapsed in the second half. Incoming, overshot. Can still do something with it, but it dribbles out. Looks like the Red Rams might get another shot, though. This time going to the opposite corner. Perhaps a change of scenery will refresh him. Headed the opposite way to Hajari. Long shot splits the uprights. Another goalie kick now for the Buccaneers as the pace of this game has changed drastically at the start of this second half. They already started coming out a little bit. I don't know what the word is. I was going to say that whatever the opposite of electric is compared to that breakneck first half, but that third goal 15 seconds in really sealed the deal. And now yet another corner coming for the Red Rams. That's 3 in just 2 minutes. Once again overcooked. You have to imagine head coach Dan Law is going to make sure that they're doing some corner kicking drills after this game. McCall sent forward and then sent back by the Bucks. Stopped by Brackett. Turns on it. Over to Sweeney. Sweeney has a lane. Fires. Saved by Norfleet. And right off the side of the post, Josh Aitken tried to make something happen, and he had it lined up. But the power meter was in the red. An impeccable save by Norfleet, and then, well, the Bucks got lucky. So Aitken tried to thread the needle, and instead frayed the thread. If there's any cross-stitchers out there who know of a more apt metaphor, please let us know in the comments. Sent forward by the Red Rams again, this time sent out by Joshua Chun. And a save by Norfleet. Header by Aitken, taken away from Brackett. Fighting for forward progress is, well, Brackett with a sliding tackle, so it doesn't matter anymore. Sent forward, Aitken now. Looks like a pass to the referee almost, but instead it's to the forward on the other side. In the corner, desperation. Forget it. And the Bucks hanging off the goalposts, so Cody Vickery, at least we know he's got hops. I don't know if he's on the basketball team, but he should give it a shot. Goalie kick by Norfleet. And Scott, that is Bobrick, sends it out. That was Zach DeMott racing for it for Oswego. Vickery with the throw-in. On the back foot, and you could tell that Brazil was unhappy with himself as he let that one get away. Did Brazil get a haircut between this year and last year? Well, he probably got several, but I mean in the way that he has his hair right now. McCall pushing forward. There's room to go, but not that way. Muscled off the ball. Scott takes possession. Sent backwards to Scott, trying to thread through. At the touchline. Taken away. Racing for it. Trip. Keeps fighting, and some tenacious offense from Aiden Scott, who at least gets an A for effort. He also has an A for assist on the game, as well as a G for goal. And a C for the captain's armband. Aiden Scott, purveyor of the alphabet. Short corner. Hoping for a cross the old-fashioned way. Does not happen. Sent backwards. "10 minutes have elapsed in the first half, and the pace is starting to quicken. We'll see how long it lasts. Of course, up 3-0, the Red Rams don't have to quicken the pace all too much. Corner kick coming. Couple of headers and nothing doing. It goes out. We led off the broadcast with it, but don't forget, these two teams first faced each other in 2014, and the Buccaneers are 0-12 against the Red Rams. And they have not scored against JD since September 20th, 2016. They lost that game 3-1. So it has been 5 years since the Bucs have scored against the Red Rams. Another save for Norfleet. Goalie kick goes astray. The Red Rams are 5-3 on the season right now. They were 7-3-1 in 2020, taking the SCAC Empire Conference Championship, which without sectionals or regionals last season was pretty much the highest crown they could take. Some aggressive defending from the Buccaneers, to put it lightly, and that should be a free kick for the Red Rams. Bobrick taking the free kick. The wall is formed inside the box. Referee adjusting positions. We have seen a little bit of micromanagement from the referees in this contest, but nothing to swing in anyone's favor. Some just like to call it closer than it is, and Bobrick overpowered that ball. You know, that's something that players at all levels right now, at least in high school, tend to struggle with. Is you get excited, you have an opportunity, so you put everything you have behind it, but it requires a gentler touch than that. Soccer, basketball, volleyball, whatever you want to name. It requires, you cannot brute force it. And look at that aggression. And the referee's not happy about it. But a tip of the cap to Mo Hajari, who went in there full sprint. So a free kick coming for the Buccaneers, but it might as well be a goal kick based on that position. And it's a soft touch. Hajari does not learn his lesson and nearly gets decapitated by that ball. Aitken rushing forward, taken away. Buccaneers trying to set sail. And that anchor is placed firmly in the ground. Into the corner. Red Rams get to it first, but Buccaneers take it back. And amazingly, not forced out, at least until there. It is impressive the cohesion that the Buccaneers have been displaying, at least on defense, considering this is an inexperienced team by most measures. Out of their 22-23 players, they have 15 varsity call-ups. 15 of their 22 players on the Buccaneers have not played at the varsity level before this season. For Jamesville-DeWitt, it is actually 14. Another long shot, trying to replicate Scott's success earlier. But lightning rarely strikes twice. And I'm sure that Norfleet probably would have appreciated another save to his resume, but hey, any port in a storm. We ran through so many Pirate puns last season, I really have to think of more. Sent forward by Sweeney. Off the shin of Aitken. And Aitken weakly kicks it forward. And that's Cody Stubb. I believe that's how it's pronounced. It's one of those borderline ones. S-T-U-B-B-E. I think that's Stubb. Could be Stubby. I'm going to call it Stubb. Stubb was the one who sent it out. The wind has died down here in DeWitt. Flagpole looking dormant next to the scoreboard. And if it was brighter outside, you'd see that these skies are crystal clear right now. It is a beautiful night for the beautiful game. And we are thankful that you chose to spend this night with us here on JDTV. A fly just tried to crawl its way inside of my mask. Buccaneers tripped up. Free kick coming. And the Bucs send it down pitch. Red Rams get it back immediately. The Red Rams do have a plethora of talent. As Oswego about to throw it in. There it is. I could tell you the Red Rams are on offense, but at this point that's not new information. Might as well assume that's the case, as Liam Scott sends it forward. The Scott brothers working together. That ball bounces right into the stands. Thrown into Sam Bobrick, and the pace of this game is kind of slowed to a crawl for a moment. Moan can't push it up, and sent over the 50-yard line. Connor Burns across the pitch. As I was saying, the Red Rams, a plethora of talent. 5 returning all Salt City Athletic Conference picks on this team. Ryan Brazel, Aiden Scott, and Sam Allen, all SCAC first-team selections. Max McCall and TJ Tanner, who actually is not on this roster but is eligible to be if he wanted to. He's just a senior. Both made all second team. So that graphic's got to be adjusted. Guess who made that before the season? Anyway, Aitken trying to get to it, sent out. The Red Rams are kind of cruising in neutral right now. Foot off the gas pedal. No need to have it on the gas pedal as they are up 3-0. But they don't have to be quite so aggressive. The Moan is going to take a shot anyway, and it's in! A hat trick for Jake Moan. Norfleet with an excellent attempt, but it does not matter. Jake Moan with goal number 3 tonight. He is up to 9 on the season, and it is 4-0. Jake Moan might restore a little bit of energy to this crowd here with 3 electric goals. I can tell you the exact prediction I gave last season. Jake Moan, I said, will go from junior partner all the way to the C-suite. And he sure has been chief executive goalkeeper for the goal scorer, excuse me. Let me try that again so the line is good. He sure has been chief executive goal scorer for the Red Rams so far this season. Responsible for 3 of the Red Rams' 4 goals, Jake Moan is a man on a tear. Let's take a look at it again. Just brilliant stuff from Jake Moan as the Buccaneers will get a throw-in. If you're comparing by last season's standards, Once again, the Red Rams won 6-0 against the Buccaneers in their meeting. Their one and only meeting last year. The Red Rams threatening to score again. That tackle a little too aggressive for the referee's liking. It did come from behind. Always a dicey proposition. Now free kick for the Bucs. And we'll get a throw in to boot. By now we'll double your offer. How about triple it? No push called on Clay Kennedy, courtesy of Liam Scott. Scott just a sophomore compared to his senior brother. Boberg playing on the back foot. Allen has to get out of dodge. On the ground, Josh Aitken, excuse me. Forward, it's Aiden Scott. Scott crosses in. And frankly, I believe that's an own goal. Let's take a look, see what happened. Because I'm pretty sure that was an own goal. Aiden Scott was crossing in. Indeed. An own goal makes it 5-0. The Buccaneers' portside cannons backfire and they're hit with their own shrapnel. And whatever fight was left in the Buccaneers might have just been drained. There is not much more demoralizing amongst any crew than an own goal, short of scurvy. And the Buccaneers playing like they're seasick. All right, let's see what else I can shoehorn in the 15 minutes left in this game. And the Red Rams want to run this one up. Possible cross in coming into heavy traffic. Hajari, no. Soccer is not one of those sports where you think about shutting it down after a certain extent. After all, goals so hard to come by. And that one nearly misses. Should say goals so hard to come by in general, not for the Red Rams tonight. But they're so hard to come by that standings often differentiated by goal differential off the top of the crossbar. Does it count? Does not look so. It does not, but they were that close yet again. But as I was trying to say, at the end of the season, when it comes to standings, seeding in the sectional playoffs, it comes down to goal differential. And so just about every team is going to want to make sure that they score as many as possible, not just to win, but to make sure that they have favorable seeding in the playoffs as well, even when you're up 5-0. By our count, the Red Rams have 26 shots on goal this evening. The Buccaneers have 3. Could someone who's better at math than me tell me how many times over That is, how many times does 3 fit into 26? I can't do that one. Oh, they get to okay to them. 9? Okay, well then the Red Rams have just about 9 times as many shots on goal than the Buccaneers. It took an entire press box to figure that out. There's some comparison to be drawn to monkeys and typewriters here. And now McCall hoping to write his name into the scoring column, and it's over. Man, from the sound of this broadcast, you wouldn't be able to tell this is one of the better school districts in upstate New York. Academically, at least, I believe we're in the top 20. Aitken sends it forward. McCall threatening. Stalking the goal. Saved by Norfleet. That is save number 17 for Norfleet tonight. You cannot fault him for this score. He has put up a really fine performance. Many of his saves have been dazzling. Coming into this game with a .722 save percentage, respectable by any measure. And here's a throw, and we're finally underway. Just about 10 minutes left in this contest. And I'm confident in saying that because, frankly, well, there's a save for Allen and shot on goal number 4 for the Bucks. And save number 4 for Allen. Every single one has gone right into his waiting arms. But to be honest, he could have been picking daisies for most of this contest. He could have been like half the players in any given Little League, just picking grass in the outfield. Kind of hard to do. This is artificial turf, of course. If you can pick artificial turf, then hats off to you. But it's not growing back. Cleared by the Bucks, at least temporarily. Kennedy trying to get to it. Heavy coverage from Hajari. Kennedy sent it off to Tegan Patain, whose pass went awry. 9 minutes left. Once again, don't forget to join us on Saturday for a special presentation of JDTV, the Coaches versus Cancer game, Red Rams Boys Soccer versus Rome Free Academy. The Black Knights coming in for a very worthy cause in a special out-of-district matchup. Also, if you're feeling particularly generous, tune into NCC News Syracuse at 4:30 p.m. tomorrow, as I will be behind the anchor desk. How about that? Me, a legitimate newsman. Can you believe it? Got to start watching what I say on these broadcasts. Now I have to worry about my own credibility. It's not like I'm feeding you half-truths here, but Red Rams have a chance. Header coming from Alessio Vega, and to the left and out of play. This match winding down in the closing straights. And a corner coming to be taken by Vega. What a stop by Norfleet! He had to navigate just about all the traffic in the world. And yet the roadblock still proved successful. Take solace in that, Oswego. At least Norfleet has gotten plenty of practice tonight. Wouldn't soccer be more interesting if you could pull the goalie like you can in hockey? I think they should be allowed to do that. That's just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, let us know in the comments section. But I think that you should be able to pull your goalie to get an extra forward. Especially in late game situations like this, make things much more interesting. I suppose it'd be harder to get the same benefit to strategy like you do in hockey because soccer fields a lot more wide open, a lot more chances for the ball to be taken away from you. Hockey, when you have that extra forward, you can just keep passing back and forth. So it's more dangerous in soccer, I suppose, but I'd still like to see it. 5.5 minutes left in this contest. They can really take their sweet time on these throw-ins and free kicks and whatnot right now. Red Rams try to poke it forward. But a turnover. 5 minutes. This 5-0 score coming courtesy of a hat trick by Jake Moan, a goal and an assist by Aiden Scott, and an own goal by the Buccaneers. And it really has been all Red Rams all night, as the Bucs have only put up 4 shots on goal compared to so many tally marks for the Red Rams that we are almost off the page, coming close to 30. Stop by Allen. Pushed forward, Vega crosses in, and Norfleet will scoop it up. He's closing in on 20 saves, and dangerous play for the craniums of both players. 3.5 minutes left. Some physicality demonstrated by Netumbo Mwepo, who has 2 goals and an assist on the season, but turns it over to the Buccaneers. Mwepo now goes forward, and Norfleet with a sliding stop. Trying to feed it to Mike Meskos, but he's going to stay hungry for now. That is save number 20. Save number 20 for Preston Norfleet. And once again, just to put it into perspective, coming into this game, Sam Allen had 28 saves. in 8 games, and Norfleet now has 20 in 1. Which, first of all, speaks to the defensive prowess of the Red Rams, and also the offensive prowess of the Red Rams to force so many shots on goal. But really, the kicker here is hats off to Norfleet, because he has been putting up the performance of his life tonight. Very few goalies will see 30, exactly 30 so far, shots on goal come their way. As we pretty much hit the 2-minute warning, if there was one. But very few goalies will see 30 shots come their way in a match. And he saved 20 of them. 5 went awry, 5 in. Well, 6 awry, 4 in, 1 was a known goal, but point stands. Seems there was an issue with the clock. Clock was stopped, and so it's at 1:50. We'll resume it on the broadcast in just a moment. Don't think a clock issue is going to make much difference right now. A minute 38 left in the game. Minute and a half left, and Sam Allen is going to take his time with this goal kick. Vega trying to make some last-minute offensive progress happen, sent forward by Brackett. Awepo to Vega. In the corner, coming through. Less than a minute left, goes out. Brackett will throw it in. 45 seconds left. Headed out. That's from Cody Vickery. About 30 seconds remaining in this match. Long throw in. And a save by Norfleet. Number 21. That throw-in could have been a goal. I've personally never seen that, but we almost did. 15 seconds left. That's Scott with the stop. Brackett watches it go out of bounds. 5 seconds left, and that's just about all she wrote. The Jamesville-DeWitt Red Rams have defeated the Oswego Buccaneers by a score of 5-0. In another dominant performance, improving to 6-3 on the season. Improving to 6-3 on the season, the Buccaneers drop to 2-8. The Red Rams look forward to playing Rome Free Academy on Saturday, and we hope that you will join us here for that on JDTV. The Buccaneers have to start thinking, well, what's next? Only 4 shots on goal compared to 30 for the Red Rams. Of course, the highlight being 21 saves for Preston Norfleet, so they can at least have confidence in their goalkeeping. And the Red Rams are flying high as they head into the weekend. Thank you so very much for joining us here live on JDTV. My name is Sam Gelfand, the voice of the Red Rams, and on behalf of everyone here at Jamesville-DeWitt Central High School and Section 3 Athletics, have a very good night wherever you may be.
Can you guys write down your names real quick? I gotta give you credit for this.
Sure. Where?
Just anywhere.